Alright, today guys, we are rewiring the winch. This is my portable winch setup that I use for hauling stuff up on trailers, and I'm going to use it as a temporary recovery gear for the Jeep. I've had this winch here for a while. It's a 9,000 pound Badlands winch from Harbor Freight. Everybody's probably familiar with these. Basically been just using this winch to load cars up on my car hauler. So I have it set up on this portable little device here, which, as you can see there, hooks into the receiver on the truck and works pretty well. One of the issues I've had is that I had it wired up with just these wires here, where I could bring along a battery, set it up on my trailer, and winch something up. It's kind of inconvenient to have an extra battery with you. You know, you can't really use the battery that's on the car you're winching it up. The battery in the truck's too far away. So I bought this 20-foot heavy-duty 2-gauge jumper cables, 20 foot long. My truck's a dually, so it's a pretty long truck. And the plan is that I can use this, hook it up to the battery on the truck. I'm going to change the leads on here to another one of those connectors, the Anderson, and then I can just hook up the winch. Eventually I'd like to hardwire my truck with the Anderson connector right at the bumper. What's nice about this setup is that I can use it as a recovery gear in the Jeep. So until I get a winch mounted on the Jeep, I can bring this with me, throw it in the receiver hitch, and then I can, run this up and use the battery in the Jeep to winch myself out backwards out of something if I needed to. So we're going to go ahead and get going here. Stay tuned. Alright, so basically what we got here is a few more of these connectors. I got some wire with some connectors already on it. I'm going to take one of these leads and put a plug on it. So if I did want to hook the winch directly to a battery nearby, like if I had one with me, I could do it that way. Or if I needed to use the battery power for something else. I'm going to run some leads off of these. I shouldn't have cut the leads short. When I first did the 20-foot jumper cables, I cut these off right short, not thinking I was going to reuse these. But now I've decided that I'm going to run leads off these, put a plug on this, and that way I could use this still as jumper cables, or I can unplug the end cables off and use this to power the winch. So that's what we're going to do. The copper wire is pretty delicate, so I'm trying not to cut any of it. This is kind of unwieldy to work on. That's not going anywhere. Slide the heat shrink over. And we're going to take the heat gun, put this guard back on. What's nice about this guard on here is that it reflects that heat around. So there you go. Crimped and heat shrink. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other ones. Alright, how these connectors work. This little ledge on here, of course, clicks in. See those little metal pieces in there? So when you slide in these pieces, they literally just snap up over that. So these are marked positive, negative. This is my positive, this is my negative. I left a little red exposed so I could make sure I kept that straight. And these are going to slide in, pop up in there just like that. This round side is what slides against the other connector. All right, so we're just going to slide these guys in there. So let's see if I can see it. See that? All right, so here comes the negative one. Boom. That's it. There's no fasteners or anything. If you do need to get it out, you can stick a screwdriver in there and pry up on it, and on the lead, and pry down on that little metal clip, and you can slide them out. So there it is. There's my new connector. Got the heat shrink on there. I'm going to heat shrink that a little more. This has been on there for a while. And then now that corresponds with my jumper cables. All right, you probably don't have a $150 crimping tool like this, so I thought I'd show you another way to do it. All right, so what I like to do is grip it nice and flat in your vise. Okay. Put it back in your vise, holding it like halfway, a little less than halfway. Crimp it in good. I'll take a hammer. Hammer that over. Alright, so you've started a nice deep V in there. Alright, put it back in the vise, and now you're going to lock that down. And I think that is about as good as you're going to get for a big crimp number 2 wire, without any special tools, just using a vise. So I do have a big crimper, but actually I think I like this one better. That big crimp tool is over $100, but it's really narrow, so I think I like this one better actually. So there you go. This is not going anywhere. All right, back in action. That much shrink on them. Heat shrink that up. All right, that lead is done. No need for zip ties or anything like that. So now when I want to use this guy over here, these jumper cables, you just plug these together. It's always positive to positive. That's kind of nice. If I happen to have a battery close by, I could just go directly to the winch. And now I've got about a 6-foot lead off of the winch. And then of course, if I need to go longer, then I hook this guy directly up to the winch. And then I've got a 20-foot lead. So if I'm working with my trailer, if I'm going to use this on the Jeep, on the hitch on the back, and I need to recover myself out of a situation, I can use this. So it just kind of makes this all a little more multi-purposeful. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe to my channel and click the notification button. That way you can get updates on all the latest videos that I post. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and I always read every comment. And we'll see you we'll see you out on the trail. Peace out.